Okay, well, welcome back to the podcast. I have a super special guest, Braylon. I'm so glad you're here and this worked out.
I'm so excited.
Do you want to give yourself a little introduction?
I'm Braylon, for those of you who don't know me. Yeah. Wait, what else do I say? I guess I dance. We did a little
you
dance show
dance
together.
We did a little show together.
I go to school for dance.
You went to school before and after the show, right?
Yes, I went to school for 1 semester before the show. So I had
so you just started. That's right.
And I was like, I'm just gonna move to LA. I'm gonna be a student.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 weeks later, I had my first Zoom call.
Yes.
A week later, and I'm doing this all in between classes.
Right. You're fully in school.
Fully a freshman, still adjusting.
So I guess let's get into. We're gonna be talking about Broadway week. That's week 2 of the top 10 challenges. So we'll get into that. I want to talk about. I guess we'll start with the last week's challenge, which was music video. We were obviously, for those that are following along with each episode, we were both in the bottom 2 or bottom 4.
Bottom 4.
That I feel really bonded us together, especially going into Broadway week.
Immediately.
Right, having each other, both being in the bottom the prior week, going into Broadway week, I feel we were so locked in together and in it together and honestly rooting for each other.
Yeah.
We were all rooting for each other honestly the whole time. It never
genuinely
felt competitive. As competitive as it was.
It felt like it was all of us against the show.
Literally.
It was we were all in it together.
No, I feel the exact same way.
We all grew up watching it. So it was second nature
and
for
it was
us to all want
exactly.
it for each other.
And it was a new season with different dynamics and stuff that we've never seen before. So I feel we were all really just in it together and it was all new for us. So we were all rooting for each other, but especially Broadway week, I feel we had each other's backs and we were both even more stressed because we were the ones in the bottom. I also feel because we were in the bottom the first week, going into the second week of top 10 or top 8, I feel we had more pressure on ourselves, the two of us especially, because we were the bottom dancers the last week.
Yeah.
For me, I felt that was the hardest part is having that label on us, the bottom 2 dancers, and feeling we were at the bottom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that put a lot of pressure on me. I don't know. How do you feel the same?
Same, especially because I feel someone's going home every week, but you never put yourself in that position until it actually happens.
No,
and
yeah.
So also that we obviously cared so much about the show, and so being placed in a position to where it can be taken away from you was such an eye-opening oh my god, we're not just here for fun, they are sending people home every week.
Yes.
And the fact that the very first week we were in the bottom, I was I think shoot.
Yes. I think because it was the first week, it's oh, this is real.
Yes.
We saw it almost get taken away from us in a way, because it was the first week. Also, that first week happened so fast. I swear the first week was maybe a day.
I just remember being introduced to the choreographers and then fighting for my life in my solo.
Literally.
It happened so fast.
So going into week 2, Broadway week, we are, I guess, split into 2 groups.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. And we were in the same group with Mariah and Roman.
Yes.
Which I'm so grateful that was our group.
Same. Oh my god, same. I just as soon as you said that, I was I miss them so much.
No, I miss everyone. But yeah, we were separated into 2 groups. We were with Sarah, the choreographer, which obsessed.
I love her so.
She's so cool.
So much.
I love her.
She's so sweet, and she still keeps in touch.
And I didn't know her at the time. When
Same.
they announced her, I wasn't really into Broadway yet.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know much about it. I knew who Al was.
Yeah.
Of course, because of convention.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was new and fresh and something I've never seen before. I didn't know what to expect with her, which I'm so glad, because I feel we were so open-minded.
Yeah.
Going into it, because we didn't know what to expect.
Yeah. And I also liked that, because Broadway is such a I guess it's a familiar thing. Everyone knows what Broadway is.
Of course.
And so it was nice to have someone that gave us a challenge of not knowing what to expect, of I don't know, because I feel the entire, especially the first day of rehearsal of Broadway week, I just remember the elephant in the room is me and you were the only people here right now. We're the only 2 that know what it feels to be in the bottom. And so it felt we were all starting back on the same playing field again, just of not knowing what to expect with Sarah, and so but it ended up being so much fun.
Mm-hmm. No, actually, I always watch the piece we did.
Yeah. Oh my god,
it's actually
so much fun.
Randomly one of my favorite numbers. I like forget about each number until I like sometimes I'll go back and watch. Yeah. And I watched the episode today to like remember.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that number was really good.
It was, and I think it was really good because like we were putting like our real emotions into it. Like I remember like backstage, like we were all like, it was
so into it, like my God, we were so locked in.
Into it. Like as soon as they put the tattoos on us, like it was like different. Also, we were like, it felt like we were on teams. So it was like Al's team and Sarah's team. And I just remember feeling like so empowered in our team. I was like, we're gonna go out there because like Al's was like really fun, like classic Broadway, whereas Sarah's was more like, I don't know, I feel like it was like not something you see every day on Broadway.
Yeah, it was such a two different vibes, and like even the energies in the two numbers, like our group was so stressed the whole time, and the other group was so, and as they should, they were so like just like positive and excited, and like they felt so confident in it because it wasn't new to them. It was technique and like performance. That's and everything they do
when you hear Broadway.
Exactly. So for us, like I feel like we were really locked into like keeping each other, I don't know, together, and we were just I don't know.
Remember like Sarah, like the entire week she was just like, who are you, like who are you, like what are you trying to say in this? And so we were all like so stressed because we were like, is who we are good enough? Because last week I got cut, like almost got cut for being who I was.
I also feel like we really had to break through this wall that we had up. I feel like we, especially the two of us, we built up this wall to kind of, because we were afraid of getting in the bottom again, or because we were in the bottom originally. So I feel like we built this wall up to like try to be as perfect as possible, and Sarah like really tried to like break us through that, which was so hard. And I feel like even explaining it now, it doesn't even seem like that difficult or that stressful, but it was so stressful.
So hard to just like be yourself, like whenever you care so much about like this thing, like we're like on this show that we care so deeply about, like, and like the entire time you're thinking, like, especially second week, now we know like people are going home, so like we're stressed about like the fact that it is a real life competition.
First week we were like a little naive. We didn't know.
We were like chilling. We were like, they're probably not gonna send anyone home. And then two people.
We said that. We were like, they won't send anyone home.
No one's going home.
We were so delusional. We were like, no one's going home.
Like, we were like family,
we were just excited to be there. We were so excited to be there, like actually.
And so like then now having everything on the line, like that whole week, like I just remember being like, oh, Braylon, like you gotta like pull through, you gotta like but
and I was like, so for my main like first week corrections from the judges, it was to kind of stand out more and like just show who I am more. And they said for me that I was dancing at like a 7 out of 10, and they want to see like an 11 out of 10. So that's what my like intentions were going into it, which were not the intentions of the dance.
The dance was like, Sarah wanted us to be really small and intricate. And I remember this week literally thinking, we talked about this. And we were like, do we do what the judges want, or we do what the choreographer wants? Because they're asking for two different things. Because the judges were like, be larger than life, and Sarah was like, no, like you need to make it more intimate and smaller. And so then I'm like, well,
so we had and Mariah, I think, had like the same intentions of trying to stand out this week. So that's what we like went into it with. And then the first day of rehearsals, getting told, dance small. I remember being told to dance in a box. Oh my god,
literally dance in a box. I literally forgot about that. You're so right.
It was the first thing we were told. So the second we heard that, to dance small, and we knew what the judges wanted, which was to dance big.
So big.
So to be told to dance small, which is what the Broadway style, like it's very specific.
It's so specific.
It's what it calls for. And we understood that. But when you're on a reality show and there's different voices you're hearing, it's like I'm being pulled in different directions.
You're so right.
And that gave me so much anxiety that entire week.
I literally remember being like, I don't know what to do. Like,
no, I was freaking out.
Because the whole point of So You Think is to like build connection with choreographers, and to like have that network and to like exposure, obviously. So I was like, do I make Sarah think that I'm not following her directions, which could like ruin that relationship, or do like I give the judges what they want or not, which could get me cut from the show? So like it's like we're thinking about all these different things while learning the choreo, and like while like trying to like remain like calm and like
yes.
So yeah, it was so stressful.
Yeah, and it was a weird like dynamic of stripping down our like perfections and like breaking through the wall at the same time as being small and like clean and what she wants and what the dance consists of and like what it calls for, but also trying to break through this wall and show the judges who we are. Like it was so like my mind like could not handle like all of those little things that we needed to.
Yeah. And I think those are the things that people don't realize. Like when watching So You Think, I think it's easy to think that like we're just dancing and like, that's the only thing we're worried about. Yeah. But it's like, no, you're hearing like so many opinions at
There's so much more. There's so much more to it. And it's
so much more. But then I remember like low key backstage, like the four of us, was it 4 of us or 5 of us? 4 of us in the group. Like we got together and we were like, okay, Sarah said that like we just need to like be ourselves. And so like ourselves in this moment is like this like passionate, like almost like aggressive, like big dancer. Like, and that is what we're gonna go out there and do. Like we're gonna go out there and like be larger than life because that's how we feel right now. And that's like who we are right now. And so like when you watch the group piece, like that's why it's so like chaotic and like large and big, because like literally backstage you're like, you know what, we are doing what Sarah says because we are just being ourselves, and this is like what we want to say right now to the judges. And so like
seeing us in rehearsal, we were like overthinking it so much,
like this, and it was like simple moves, but like whenever you have so much going through your head, like a simple move can like be the hardest thing in the world.
But I think she saw us kind of break through that wall, and then the day of the performance or the kind of the challenge, I feel like she just let us kind of like go, and it was kind of a switch up in the best way possible.
She did. She literally came up and talked. I remember that she like talked to us, and she was like, "Guys, just go out there and like do what you need to do." And she was like, literally, she was like, "Just like go out there."
And we like needed that 1,000% to just hear like, just go out there and be you.
Yes.
Because as much as I was trying to be myself and show myself throughout the number, that only made me like pull back myself even more because I was like overthinking it. So when she said that, that helped me so much, and that's why it came out the way it did.
Me and Mariah bumped into each other in this group piece, and basically this was the catalyst for me being put in the bottom again.
Right, which was crazy because it was such a small thing.
Oh my god, it was. But I remember like we in rehearsal had never had that spacing issue. Even on rehearsal on stage, we never had that issue. For some reason, I got a slick spot and Mariah got a slick spot. And so we're trying to build traction to run, and like neither one of us like are moving. And so we like have to rush to the next part, and like we bump, and it's like, shoot, man. But I'm honestly thinking like whenever mistakes like that happen on stage, like I feel like it's almost like everything happens for a reason. So I feel like in my head, I was like, the dance is supposed to be chaotic. We're like hungry for money. Like that was like what it was about. Like we're like,
no, that's what I was thinking.
Society.
I was like,
so I was like, maybe it just looks like we're chaotic. Like we're like,
it's part of it.
Exactly. And it's part of it. I wasn't stressed about it. Like I did the rest of the dance. Honestly, like I think I like amped it up even after that because I was like you just have to like.
Well, I didn't even see it happen because I was also running.
Yes.
So when they said that, I was like, wait, what?
Yes.
I didn't even know.
Yes. And then so I remember like being like not that stressed about it, but then like whenever I looked at Mariah, I knew that it didn't like, it looked like a bump. Like it looked like a mistake because Mariah was like so stressed, and like bless Mariah's heart. Like, oh my God, like that's my sister.
We were going through it that week.
We were going through it. And I just remember like Sarah comforting Mariah because like Mariah was just like stressed out about this bump. And in my head, I'm really like, they didn't notice, like, because my mom was always the type of mom to be like, if you fell out of a turn, like they didn't notice, like you made it work, like. And so I was like, oh my God, like maybe they just didn't notice. And then after Mariah was stressed and after Sarah was comforting Mariah, I was like, oh, Braylon. And then it's like, whose fault is it? Like it's a bump, so it obviously takes 2 people to bump into each other. And so, but because it's a competition, like they're obviously gonna find one person.
That's the thing. It's like, honestly, if it was a professional like performance or Broadway show, they probably wouldn't have even noticed.
Literally.
But because they have to, like, that's their job.
They have to look for mistakes.
To look for mistakes, like they had to find it and say it.
Exactly.
Which was honestly a good thing, because if that's all they had to say,
True.
Honestly, fire.
True. They didn't say anything about our characters. If anything, we were complimented on our characters.
Right,
so.
Which is what we were stressed about the most.
Yes.
So honestly, like, we'll take it.
But like, this was like such a learning lesson because like, I don't know, I feel like as dancers we're always like striving for perfection, or with like this idea of perfect, and like when it doesn't happen, like we get so hard on ourselves. And it's nice to be like reminded that like we're humans first. Like, yes, we're dancers, we're artists, and even in this like really stressed, high energy environment, like we're still human at the end of the day.
And one thing about us is we are clumsy.
One thing about us is we're
one thing about Braylon is he will fall down the stairs. And he will trip.
Will fall down the stairs.
And you will hit your head.
I will hit my head. And
there was that day that you tripped down the stairs at least, I think, twice.
Oh my God.
Twice down the stairs.
I don't know how.
And I remember I think I was like showering or something. I hear it, but I thought it was like, it couldn't have been a person.
Slick wood floors.
It had to have been, I thought it like had to have been like a chandelier or like.
Whoever said that dancers are coordinated live.
No.
Oh my God, guys, these
I'll never forget.
Dumb stairs. Wait, you guys, I thought that took me out the competition.
No way. Was that the first week or second week? That might have been second week.
I think I fell both weeks, but I think
probably.
I think this big bump was week 1.
Okay, yeah.
And I just remember I was on FaceTime with my mom, like happy, jolly, and I fell, and like shoot, I hit my head so hard, and then I ran to Anthony, and then like cuddled because I was like in pain and like sobbing, and then we had to, oh my God, it was a whole thing.
I can't believe we all lived together. Like, have you even processed that? Like, what do you mean we lived together for 2 months?
Wait, we were roommates.
Yes.
Wait, we were roommates.
Wait, yeah.
Wait.
We should have started with that. We were fully roommates.
Easton still has my brown shirt.
I was gonna bring it too.
Brought it. Oh my God.
I was planning on bringing it. I was like, that would be so funny. Like,
yeah, Easton
just hand it to you.
Shirt.
It was the 3 of us, just like in every car ride, just holding each other's hands, like praying we make it through. Like fully, fully, like just like
wait,
praying.
What was it? Please, like. What was the
keep me in my friends? Like we would like sing this like
please.
Manifesting like this song and like.
Oh my God, we had a little melody. You
guys. We were also so dramatic.
And my friends.
We were so dramatic, but it was like it was real in the moment.
No,
and, like,
it was so real.
Looking back, even just watching the episode, I'm like,
I forgot about that little melody.
Yes. No, that's like one of the main like memories I have of the show is just like.
Please.
The 3 of us in the back,
keep
like
me and my friends.
Yes. No, so dramatic.
So dramatic, like we're going to war. Like.
So dramatic. No, like watching it back, I'm like, we were chilling. Like honestly, it looks easy. Like
it looks so
the way it was
easy.
filmed.
Like we're in a little mansion doing a little dance.
Right. No, it was not that. It was not that show.
And the way this week was set up was different than like the usual week format.
Yeah.
We were at the theater
because of the theater.
And so usually the challenge is on Friday. And like you do the challenge Friday and you get immediate results. But this time, since we were filming at an actual theater for Broadway, we did the challenge Thursday, and then we found out the results Friday. So we had to go to sleep like thinking about what we had done. And so I am like big on manifestation. Like, please keep me and my friends. And one of my ways of manifesting was by not packing. So every Friday they had us pack so that whenever we got cut, you're gone immediately. Like you don't go back to the house. Like you bring your luggage to the set, and like if you're cut, you're cut. And so I was like, well, I'm gonna manifest and I'm not packing. So
I was there too. I was like mentally I was like, do I pack? Like that's like almost like saying like I'm ready to go. It was a hard
feels like it
was hard to
like
pack.
It. And I was like, because of the bump, I was extra nervous, and so I was like, this is my extra way of manifesting. So I get to the theater, or I get to set for Elimination Day, and I think like we didn't dance, like we just went straight to like
it was a different, because normally we'd perform like the opening number.
we wore our solo costumes to set that day.
Yes,
so we all wore our solo costumes to set that day because
none of us knew who was gonna dance.
We're all announced for the bottom, and like my heart, like if you saw me the first week when I was announced, I was like sobbing a mess. But like my heart this time, I was low-key like calm. Like I was like, I've been through this before. Just a week ago I was in the same position. It sucks, but I was like,
but you
at
knew
least
what to do.
I know what it feels like. So I knew I was gonna go to wardrobe. I was gonna get my wardrobe, and then I went to makeup. I did like a little bit of like a retouch, and then like I started warming up, and like on So You Think, like anything can be thrown your way at any moment.
Yeah, we really, if you guys are wondering, like, if we knew what was going on or, like, we knew each challenge each week, we never knew anything. Like, it was just how it looked on the show.
So clueless. Like,
we never knew what was happening.
We didn't know if we were going into, like, a rehearsal or an interview. Like, that's, like, we did not know. Like,
we just had to be ready for, like, we didn't even know, like, what time we would end the day.
Genuinely,
every day.
Ever. Like, never did I know the schedule. I was just kind of, like, being pushed around. Like, they literally would not tell us anything. Like, they would not. I was like, do you know, like, a little secret about, like, what's coming next? No.
We would always try to, like, actually get a little something. Never.
Wait, do you remember the first week they were, like, building the Broadway sign? Like, so we, like, kind of were guessing it was Broadway because we saw, like, Broad. And we were like, okay. Period. Anyways, so I go out. And for some reason, you guys, I have, like, gut feelings. Like, I know. And for some reason, I felt like this was going to be my final performance on the show. And I was like, okay.
I had the same exact feeling. Yeah, I knew. I was like, the second I walked on stage for my, like, last solo, I knew. I was like, this is my last time on the stage.
You just know.
There's,
you
like,
just know.
There's a feeling.
And it's also, like, a calm feeling. It's not, like, it's sad. Like, it's sad, but it's also, like, calm. I don't know, because I remember, like, walking on for the last time being like, I'm so far, like, I'm so proud of, like, how far I came, like, just thinking, like, younger Braylon would have killed to be this Braylon, like, just, like, the feeling of performing never gets old for me, but especially on this show, like, walking past that giant grid wall, like, seeing, like, 7,000 cameras on you, like, the lighting come up, like, the 3 judges, like, it looks fake, like, it does not look
the
real.
Adrenaline is insane,
like, the crowd's, like, going crazy, but then also I loved that, like, the safe dancers, like, got to watch you, so it was like your friends, like, are right there supporting you front row. And, like, I just remember, like, I looked over at y'all, like, and, like, that's whenever, like, that's, like, really what starts the waterworks for me, is when, like, I look at y'all. But I remember, like, I took a big deep breath and I was like, give, like, one heck of a performance, like, dance not for your life this time, but, like, dance for, like, younger Braylon, like, that same passion.
And you did.
So, like, I just, like, I literally, guys, I physically screamed on stage. Like, I remember, like, dancing, like, from my gut. And also, it was this one was an improv solo. So
I was gonna ask you that.
Was an improv solo.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Because I loved the music I was dancing to, but for some reason I just, like, couldn't choreograph to. Like, I just wanted that moment to be special. Like, I knew whenever I used this song, it was gonna be either my last. Like, I just knew this. Whatever. Even if I made it to the end of this, like, the show, this was gonna be my last solo. This was gonna be my last solo. And so the music comes on. I dance. I scream because I'm so passionate.
And we were all like I can't imagine the adrenaline you had, but we, like, us watching had the adrenaline too. We were, like, literally pounding the floor, like, watching you.
I remember.
Like, it was insane.
I remember, like, feeling so, like, the room almost goes silent and all you hear are, like, your loved ones. And I remember hearing, like, my family, my mom and dad and sister, and then y'all. Like, that's all I could hear. And so I finish the performance. If you watch week 1, I don't bow. I, like, take the moment in, like, and just look around, because I knew, like, this wasn't gonna be my last time on the stage. So I just, like, finished my solo. I looked at the judges and I left. This time, like, I stood up, I walked to center stage, and, like, I took a big old bow, because, like, I just, like, I knew, like, this was my last time on this stage. And whenever you, like, walk away from the stage, like, all you see is, like, So You Think You Can Dance, like, behind you. And, like, I'm someone who, like, appreciates, like, the little in-between moments. And I just remember, like, walking away from my solo, not caring how I did, not caring, like, I fell out of turns, I was slipping everywhere. But, like, I just remember, like, turning around and seeing that same So You Think You Can Dance sign that, like, you see every season. Like, yes, our season was so different and, like, came with so many new challenges that, like, no other season has, like, faced. But, like, the only thing, like, Easton, if you, like, look at the show, like, the only thing that's the same is the So You Think You Can Dance logo.
Wow.
And I remember, like, looking at that logo being like, that's the same logo that, like, Blake McGrath danced in front of.
Yes.
That's the same logo Martha Nichols danced in front of. Like, and now, like, Braylon Browner is dancing in front of that logo. And so, like, I just remember, like, leaving the stage, like, in tears, just for, like, all of, like, the people that came before me on the show, and the fact that, like, I'm on that lineup.
Like you were saying, like, how you knew this was your last solo, and, like, you were just taking it in and everything. Like, I felt the same way, and it's almost like a closure type of thing. I feel like that's like the feeling it was, because it was sad, and, like, I knew I had, like, a bad feeling about it. Yeah. And I was like, this is my week to go. Like, it just felt right. Yeah. Wrong, but right.
Right, but wrong.
You know what I mean? Like, but it was in a way like a closure thing. Like even just getting eliminated in general, like as like hard as that is, like it was such a relief and like a closure thing. Like just taking it all in, looking at the audience.
Relief. That's such a good word. It is such a relief.
And not in a negative way or like anything. No. It's just like we were under a lot of pressure.
You poured your heart out every week.
Yeah, it was so much, and just like to feel that release of like the pressure being gone.
I gave it my all. Like that's like what it felt like. It's like I did everything I could.
That's the thing. Also, like we did everything we could. We gave it our all. Like we put everything we had into everything we did.
Yeah.
Would you say like your kind of ending to the show was like a good, not good experience, because obviously like that's the hardest part of the show. But how was your like exit, I guess?
I would. I remember walking out onto the stage about to hear like the results of like who's staying and who's going. And I was the person that got to stand right next to Kat.
Yes, I saw that.
My heart just like immediately melted because I feel like this one moment was just like, I don't know, again, childhood show. It's happening to me in real life. And so Allison, I feel like, was always like rooting for me, and so she's going down the list kind of like telling her pros and cons of each one of us, and like she gets to me and she just says like, I'm proud of you. And I just remember like that just like meant everything to me, because again, it's striving for perfection as dancers. I feel like we're always looking at what's wrong, and we never like give ourselves enough grace to be like, I'm proud of myself. And so hearing that like again just like made me like remember like how far I came. Remember, because they had sent 2 girls home the previous week, I think we all knew they were gonna send 2 boys home this week, or like we could assume. As soon as they had announced that Tequila was safe first, like that's when I knew like, wow, like 2 boys are going home. And I knew it wasn't gonna be one. I knew my performance just like, it felt like my closure. So I knew like it wasn't gonna be me called.
And how was like your like, I guess like mentality going into it, knowing that you've been in the bottom, so for it to be your second time, because the same thing happened to me the next week.
Great point. I remember whenever I was first week, I was genuinely so sad because I didn't want to go home. Like I just remember being like, I'm so sad, like I don't want to be sent home
and scared.
This week, all of my tears were literally like, I am the most, what's the word I'm looking for, like I'm the most like nostalgic person ever. Like I think nostalgia is like one of the best feelings, but also one of the worst feelings. And I just remember like this entire like day, like it just felt so nostalgic. It was just like an ode to like old So You Think for me. Like I just like the So You Think logo, Allison telling me that she's proud of me, standing next to Cal. I was just like, so I was literally crying because I was like, so it was so surreal that I was experiencing this. And so they announced that I'm cut and we have to talk to Kat. Like Kat basically puts the mic in your face and she's like,
and you always forget that happens.
You forget so
like none of us were prepared.
You forget.
I don't even know what I said for mine.
I remember that moment so vividly. So she asked me like what my favorite part of the show was, and like immediately like, I like can't even think about it. I will literally sob again. Like I can't even just like watching that part like back, like sometimes being like I just something about having to explain how you felt like just brings out so many emotions for me. But she like asked me like what my favorite part of the show was, and like you said, I wish you could like see it from my point of view. Like I just remember looking at y'all and like Mariah's like this, and you're like hugging Mariah, and Madison's like hugging.
We were
Jaylen,
all like crying,
and we're all like y'all are all sobbing, and like I just remember looking at y'all being like that's the best part. Like I remember like
it was though.
That's the best
really
part.
was.
Like dancing with like people who feel like your family, getting to like live with them, getting to have hot chocolate with them, getting to like go to restaurants with them,
and like experiencing something that like not many people experience.
Like yes,
it's like so like crazy. I don't know, connecting. Like I don't know, when you were eliminated and we like came back and you ran up and hugged us, like that was emotional for us too. Like yes, it's competition and like we're moving forward and we should be excited, but it's also like watching a friend get taken away. Like
it is. We're in
such like we're in such like a bubble, and like you guys are the only 10 people I've seen for the past 2 months.
That part.
So it's like
oh my
watching
God,
your
part.
friends get taken away and like out of the picture, and like you now don't have their support, and like you now can't talk to this person. Just kept feeling more and more lonely each week.
It's in the knowing next week you're not going to be in the group chat. And so we get in the vans, we go to the airport, and I remember, like, fun fact, like, all the judges were on my flight back to LA.
Oh, yes.
And I remember just being like, I looked a mess, you guys. Like, I looked set. I just, like, couldn't stop, like, crying for, like, every emotion under the sun. Like, joy, sad, like, anger, but also, like being so proud of my friends, but also, like, literally every emotion under the sun. And so saw them in that state of being. But then I had to go back to school the next day.
That's insane.
And say nothing about what my experience was.
You could not talk about it.
Couldn't.
That's insane.
Do you know, guys, what it feels like to live your dream for 2 weeks straight and then to go to school the next day in ballet class and, like, pretend like nothing happened?
Yeah, just back to normal.
That was the weirdest. I felt like for, like, a month straight after that, I just felt like so, like, nothing's real.
Yeah, and, like, you probably feel like something so big just happened to you, and, like, you go to school and no one asks because they don't know.
But
no one talks about it, and you're like, wait. And then, I don't know. That's, like, such a weird feeling.
It was so weird. Weird.
And even, like, for me, like, when I went back home and, like, people would ask me how it was, like, my close friends that knew about it, I barely, like, even explained it. I was just like, it was good. Because, like, how are you supposed to just tell them everything in, like, a small little, like,
you can't.
Yeah.
And there's so much nuance to it. Like, I feel like you just had to have been there. It's one of those, like,
you had to have been there. But also you have to go, like, if you want to explain the show and our experience, you have to go in depth, which is why we're here.
From the beginning.
Even, like, a year later, I'm still, like, processing what I felt towards it, or what I was going through during it, or just the whole experience in general. Like, I don't know. I think I took a minute to, like, not think about it. So, like, now being a year later, I'm, like, starting to think about it again, and I'm, like, actually processing everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then also, what another weird feeling was for me was, like, whenever you're filming the show, like, it's our little secret. Like, the rest of the world doesn't know about it. And so, like, it's, like, so sacred to us. And then, like, it was so, I remember going to Millennium, like, the day after it premiered, being like, wow, people know about it. Like, people were coming up to me, like, asking for pictures, like, asking me how it was. And I was like, it's not our little secret anymore. Like,
yeah.
And so it's like this thing that we cared so deeply about that was ours, we now have to share with the world. Like,
no, it was so weird for me because when the episodes were coming out, I was on tour with Derek. So I, like, didn't expect anyone to watch it. I thought it was, like, our own little, like, secret show, like, no one knew about, you know, like, our season.
Yeah.
And people would, like, be outside waiting for Derek to get, like, a picture with him, and, like, they'd see me and, like, ask so many questions about the show. I'm like, wait, you guys are watching it?
Y'all are watching.
It's so funny. And, like, I don't know, it's like we knew we were going on a show, we knew what we were doing, but, like, I don't know, it never processed that, like, people would actually see it eventually.
It, like, genuinely, like, and, like, I also just remember, like, this one particular moment, I was, like, getting boba, and, like, this girl came up to me and she was like, wait, you're in LA, but aren't you on So You Think right now? Like, are you, like, going back and forth, like, filming every weekend?
Oh, yeah.
And, like, I was like, whoa, it's crazy. Like, people, like,
think it's real time.
Like, that's real time happening. And I was like, yeah, I'm going back next week. And,
right.
like, fully we had wrapped the show for months.
Yes. No, that's the main question was, like, I'd go outside and people would be like, did you win? And I'm like, or you're going to win, like, blah, blah. And I'm like, me knowing the results, like, I already knew the results. And I was like, totally, like, thanks. Like, already knowing I didn't, like,
it was the hardest, like, secret to keep.
It was weird. Yeah.
I remember being on Instagram Live and, like, almost, like, spilling it. And I was like, oops. No, it's such a, like, that was so hard to keep a secret.
Yeah. And I would, like, post, like, little TikToks here and there, kind of, like, hinting things about the show, like, just kind of, like, joking around. And people would text me and, like, ask me, like, tell me everything, tell me the tea, like, all that. And I'm like, I can't even, like, put into words, like, on a text or, like, in one conversation. Like, it needs to, like, I don't know, it's too hard. There's so many elements.
There's so much depth. There's so many elements.
Yeah.
Like, there's elements from, like, I don't know, like, it's just a whole process.
It's way deeper than just, like, a simple answer, like, it was good or bad. Like,
exactly.
Because it was all those things. It was every emotion.
It
like,
was every emotion.
And, like, I think when people see this, like, podcast, they might think or expect, like, it to all be completely, like, negative or bad or, like, drama. And I'm like, there was dramatic things that happened, and like it was very dramatic, but like there was no drama. Like we all loved each other, and like
genuinely, I don't know like how much to express that. Like genuinely, we all loved each other so much. Like
we did.
And then also just like, again, it's a competition, so like, and we're all competitive, so it's gonna bring out a side of us. It's like,
and we're exhausted and like so tired and overworked.
My God, like, interview me at 10 p.m. after a whole day. My answers are gonna be short.
I'm not gonna know what to say. I'm gonna be like, my brain is so foggy by the end of the day, and like even when we would come home and like eat dinner, like I didn't even speak. I didn't even want to speak because I was like, I have nothing to say. Like I am so drained.
In the moment, a year later, like, is this even gonna be worth it? Like, is this even like?
Yeah, but, like, you start to overthink.
Really was worth it. Like
it was.
People ask me, would you do it again in a heartbeat?
Yeah.
Like if I got another DM right now to go and say All-Star season, I'm there. Like you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, if I knowing that I would do it again, I just like know it was the right choice and the right decision.
I don't regret it. There was things I would definitely change. Maybe
not
my mindset and literally, yeah, that part.
No, yeah.
But I would never I don't regret it at all. We're literally like, can we talk about how we're fully in 2 days?
We're going to Canada.
We're going to Canada, and we're judging.
Excited.
We're gonna be judging together.
Excited. Like and even like Ali Dushare was another dancer on our season, and she like made to the top 16. But like, just the fact that like even she's getting opportunities from the show. Like that's like how the So You Think family is like wide, and we're everywhere. Like I'm so excited. Also, like, when's your flight, like, and stuff?
Like 2 days. I think we're on the same flight.
Okay, fire.
So yeah, we're gonna be judging together. We're gonna be performing in the same show, and I'm really excited. But yeah, I'll see you then, and I'm so glad you got to come on here and you had time to do this. So thanks for coming.
Yes, I'll always re-talk.
Yes.
I can talk.
I'm like, we gotta do a part 2.
No, literally.
But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll be back next week.